a very confident man, just moments. Now he's grabbing, he's pulling again. Sir, may I call our president? Absolutely. Please give him my warmest regards. And he said, will you make it quick? I'm late. We got the Russia hoax. I got to take care of that hoax, Mike. So make it quick on how much time. Think of what I could have done if I didn't have to go through all that bullshit, right? Think about it. So he comes back in 5 minutes and he said, sir, I'm pleased to tell you that it would be our great honor to supply you with 28,000 soldiers for your flight. It would be our great honor to adhere to your request for remain in Mexico. Millions of people have been saying our country is back. You ever see what happened to Tijuana? It was like people, they had no earth left. It was a tour became, I think it was the fastest growing city in history. Tijuana. Nice place. I said, what about catch and release in Mexico? Yes, sir, we'd love to have you release people that you catch prisoners. We think it would be a wonderful thing for our country, sir. We would love to. Sir, you can do whatever the heck you want. And we got everything. And then this fool, this stupid fool, released Mexico of all of these obligations. And then last week, for the first time, I can't even believe it, I heard Mexico saying we're not going to negotiate with the United States unless they give us $10 million. These are stupid people. How about the hostages? The hostages with Iran? The hostages. We gave Iran $6 billion. $6 billion for 5 people. Hiker. You know, hiker goes over and says, oh, look, there's Iran. Let's go hiking. We give them $1 billion to get by. Then we gave $10 billion because they supplied some electricity to Iraq. What the hell do we care if they supplied to Iraq? Iraq should have never. Remember, I used to say a long time ago, don't go into Iraq. Don't do it! But I was only a civilian, so I didn't get that much press. I said, don't go into Iraq, but if you're going to do it, keep the oil. Do you remember I used to say that all the time? Keep the oil, but don't do it, but keep the oil. Iraq now is $300 billion. Iran has $224 billion. And Iran controls 100% of Iraq. So for years they tried each other. And they were the same. For years and years under different names. But religious things. But they would fight each other for years. And they were the two powers. And they were checkmating each other. So they'd fight and fight and fight 4 or 5 years. They throw a little gas, they throw another one, and then all of a sudden they say, and then go back, and the border basically really don't change. This has been going on for centuries. And then we come along and we blow up one of the sides. We blow up Iraq. And now Iran is taking over Iraq. So Iran, they might as well change the name. So Iran has their 200 some odd $1 billion that they all made in 2.5 years. 2.5 years. I told China, and I told all of the countries, France, everybody. I said, listen, if you buy 1 barrel of oil from Iran, we're not going to do any business with it. We're going cold turkey. Wouldn't have been a bad thing anyway. We're going cold turkey. You're not going to do it. And we're going to put a 100% tariff on anything that gets delivered. And President Xi, I told him this. He said, all right, well, we won't do it. We won't do it. They didn't buy. By the way, they're buying billions and billions of dollars worth of oil right now. But China didn't buy. Nobody bought. Iran was broke. And they had no money for Hamas. And they had no money for Hezbollah. They had no money for anything. They were down to almost nothing. And there were a lot of stories that Iran was unable, and all these terror groups were angry at Iran because they weren't paying. And the terror groups were all breaking up. If I were president, Israel would have never been attacked. Would never been attacked. As soon as I was forced out with a rigged election, We can never let that happen again. Don't let it happen again. Don't let it happen again. As soon as I was forced out with this rigged election, Biden took the sanctions off. Iran went back to levels that they've never seen before, more than they've ever done. And now they're rich as hell. They're selling oil to everybody. They're making so much money they don't know what they're a very rich nation. With me, they were broke. They were broke. I remember a Democrat congressman on Deface the Nation a couple of weeks, I think it was Deface the Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Donald Trump on Deface the Nation. It is Deface the Nation because the news is so fake. But he was saying that whether you like Trump or not, he did break Iran. They were broke. They had no money. He said, that's nice of him. He probably, lost his chairmanship or whatever he was. But we did a great job. We did a great job. So what happened is Mexico agreed to all of these things. We took the money out of the military. We built the wall. We had the safest border in the history of our country. The history of our country. And it's very interesting because we built the wall, but a lot of people were coming on at the beginning. Once they saw that I meant business, once they heard some of these stories that I'm telling you right now, they didn't come. They weren't coming. The caravans were much smaller. The people trying to get in was a much easier situation to handle when you have an idiot like Gavin Newsom saying, if you come up, we're going to give you pension funds, you're going to have pensions, we'll give you a mansion. You ever see the things that he's promising? Free health care, free education. Who the hell wouldn't? I may move there myself. No, but people all over the world are hearing this. That California, look, a lot of people think Gavin Newsom is going to run. In a certain way, I hope so. I hope so. Because he's destroyed California. He's destroyed it. But he's got a hell of a lot of crap. I watched him on Sean Hannity. He's a good man, Sean. Sean, we love you very much. Sean, we happen to be watching. But you were. But he was on Sean Hannity, and he was saying, no, California's never done better, blah, blah, blah. We gotta do this, we do that, we do that. I'm saying, wait a minute, the place is failing. They don't have water. They're notifying people in Beverly Hills you can only use 40 gallons of water. They don't have water. By the way, they could have so much water. I had it all set. All of the federal government approvals were done. All he had to do was sign a little piece of paper. And I won't let him get away with that again. Because he had to sign one piece of paper, and water would be pouring down from up north. Pouring down from Canada. And, it comes down the artificial veins and the natural veins where the water poured down. They take this water and they send it out to the Pacific, way above California. They send the water out to the Pacific to protect the little tiny fish. And people don't have water, and the farmland is barren. They don't have the best land there is in the whole country. They can't farm it because they have no water. And it's true. In Beverly Hills, you pay a fortune in taxes. They say you can only brush your teeth once a day. Who the hell wants to be? You can't use too much water on your hair. That would put me out. They put restrictors on showers. They put restrictors on faucets. You buy brand new faucets. Aren't they beautiful, darling? Oh yes, look at them beautiful brass faucets. They're so beautiful. Let's try them. Oh, shit, no water's coming. Drops out. You turn on the shower. I'm going to take a shower today. My hair's going to look better than it ever looked. Get that whole deal ready. I'm all set to go. Turn on the shower. Ding. They have so much water. I said to some of our great congressmen that asked me to help them with the problem up in that area, up north of California. I said, I see you have a drought. I said, no, we don't have a drought. We have so much water, you don't know what to do. But they said to that Pacific, we're not going to let them get away with that any longer. It's ridiculous. And frankly, I believe, I gave a speech up there. We had 100,000 people show up. I said, what the hell is going on over here? I always hear Republicans can't win. California, you can't win. I will tell you, if God came down and God was the vote checker, I believe we would win in California. I think it's so crazy. They send out 36 million ballots. gets sent out to people unknown. They're sent out all over the place. How many people from California know people that got 6, 7, 8 ballots, okay? Our elections are so corrupt. I think we do very well. I think I would do very well in California, actually. And I think I would do well in a lot of places because it's common sense. Remember, not conservative, it's common sense. I'm conservative, but the words are common sense. Our country is run by people that are destroying it. We're not going to let it happen again. We're going to have a great military. We're going to have a great, everything in our country is going to function properly again. It's going to function well. We're going to be respected all over the world. We're going to be respected like we've never been respected before. And it won't take long. It's like Orban said from Hungary, put Trump back in, and the whole world is going to be fixed. He said that very strongly. What do you do? They said, what do you do, sir? What do you do? The world is blowing up. He said, it's a very simple solution. Put President Trump back in office. We'll all be healed very, very quickly. So I want to apologize for literally not repeating this beautiful speech. But I thought some of these stories are instructive because they tell you our military is great. They tell you our law enforcement is great. They tell you our president is incompetent. They tell you a lot of things, some of which you knew and some of which you didn't know. So now I'm going to the place I'm supposed to be. I'm going to South Carolina. I'm supposed to be there. And if I do poorly, I'm going to blame Mercedes. Forget about that. I'm going to blame Mercedes. Because I am supposed to be there and I'm not there. And if I do poorly, I'm blaming everybody in this audience. But I think we're going to do okay. And I just want to thank everybody. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you from a beautiful place called South Carolina, go out and vote right now, please. Get in cars and drive fast. I'm going to leave you with this one final message. We're going to win the election. We're going to win it big. We're going to win it bigger than ever before. We're going to do things that nobody believed. It's going to be more important even than 2016. We are going to make America great again. Thank you.
전화기를 바꿔가지고 해봤는데 이제 다시 복귀해야 되겠습니다.